Lee, it's Monday.
Monday. I see you doing some editing there. I've seen what you've done. I've seen the edits you've done. Yeah, so we just had sprint planning. Basically, this week is going to be a continuation of last week. So I'm going to be continuing on making the new mechanic work properly. I did a bit of testing on Friday night when I went home. There were a few bugs. It was just graphical glitches mainly. It functionally all works. So I need to fix those. There's still one or two editor things I need to fix for Lee. Hopefully I'll get that done, and then I'll work on the highlighter, make the highlighter a bit better for the mechanic, because it's a bit naff at the moment. But what are you doing? Most of the same, really?
Most of the same, yeah. Mostly going to be level building again. Hopefully if we can sort of be on target, we can get the DLC finished this week, at least the level side of it, but we'll see. Also, the mythology book is coming out, so we're going to fix this on Friday, so we need to get achievements done during the week as well. But yeah, and that more of the same, small levels for the most part.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, we've already got most of the achievement stuff done as well, haven't we? We're ahead of schedule, Lee. We're good. Okay, so I think I've gone ahead and fixed a lot of the graphical glitches that I found in my testing. Mainly it was just small things like the walls weren't rendering properly. Oh, there is a graphical glitch there, isn't there? See that? Like the wall is curving in around. Okay, well I found another one, but yeah, there's no more holes in the hexes and stuff like that, and the walls are displaying properly. So I think there was a bug where if the wall was on a side where there wasn't a hex to the other side of it, then it wasn't displaying properly. But anyway, that's all fixed now. I'm just about to have a look at the highlighting. So highlighting at the moment, you hold down on a hex that's already completed, and it brings up this sort of like this little extra asset on the hexes that it cares about. And that's been working quite well for most of the hexes so far. But now that we've got these bigger hexes, it looks a bit naff. So what we want to try is, if any hex of a big hex is highlighted, then we want this outline to cover the entire hex, instead of just the space that this hex is caring about. And if you click on a big hex, instead of it showing lots of individual smaller hexes inside it, but you just want it to be one outline for the whole hex, and just to cut out any of this faff in the middle. It's gonna be a bit of a faff to implement, but I think I know I'm gonna do it. I think the main concern for me is actually the art for it. So this is the asset we've got for it. It's just a white outline, really. It's a bit curved to sort of match with the the small curvature of the hexes. But it's basically just a matter of breaking this up into individual components. So we want to have it basically split up into 6 lines instead of one hexagon. And I think I'm just going to be spending the rest of the day trying to work out the logistics of that. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about that yet. But once I've got the assets, then I can start implementing it in game, and seeing how it's going to look. Okay, so I've made some good progress. It's been a big faff, but I think I'm getting there. So now when you highlight, this is just using the old highlighting stuff, so it's got these individual hexes. But then if you highlight a big hex, first of all, the whole of the hex is highlighted, which it wasn't before. And now you'll notice that the insides of the hexes aren't being highlighted anymore. The individual hexes aren't being singled out. It's acting as one big hex. There are these little gaps on the corners. Gonna have to fix that somehow, but this is basically what I wanted to get sorted today. Just get the functionality down, make sure that it actually looks okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. Yeah, so just finished off the day watching this week's devlog. It's actually quite good. Lee's done loads more editing than usual, and he's added a few extra things like these little to-do lists, basically just saying what we do every day. Well, I'm sure you've seen it on this video. It's quite cool. Yeah, I accidentally lost all of my notes for that, so I've had to watch it twice, which is quite frustrating. But yeah, there's a few edits that you'll have to make tomorrow for that. But generally, really good work. Other than that, I've just been doing a little bit more work. You probably can't see any difference, but a little bit more work on this highlighting stuff. Just seeing how it actually works properly in an actual level that we've got working instead of just a test level. There's a few weird things, but generally it's pretty good.
Morning, Rob.
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, good. It's Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah.
Just had a stand up, and there's quite a few changes I need to make to the video because we're trying something new. So there's little notes, I have to make those little changes.
It's quite good though generally.
Yeah.
It's tile-based, tons better.
So it was good. Other than that, just back onto making levels and get a bunch of them done by the end of the day. See how much I can do. What were you, Rob? Are you going?
Yes, I'm continuing on trying to get the highlighter to look nice. So I got most of it working yesterday, but there's little gaps in between the hexes that I'm going to try and fix. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have a go, I guess. Yeah, I've just been fixing some other small graphical glitches I found this morning as well. So yeah, just make it look nice. Yeah, so I've just been drawing lots of these little, I guess, watch sit shape things. Watch its are a British thing, aren't they? No one will know what I'm on about.
American Cheetos, yeah.
American Cheetos, yeah. Yeah, so these are the things that are going to sort of join up the corners for the big hexes. It's been a bit weird to sort of do because you have to get the curvature right in the positioning and stuff. So there's 6 of these assets, and that's just for every possible link. The way it works is that the bottom tile places these links above it, and then if the tile above needs to do it as well, then it'll do it as well. But yeah, that's been working. It's a little bit buggy at the moment, but I can see that there is some nice curvatures going on in these corners. They're a little bit off center as well, so they'll need some adjusting, but generally it's there. And obviously there are some assets being placed in the middle of the hex at the moment as well, which needs removing, but yeah, it's a step in the right direction at least.
So it's just after 2 o'clock. Just a little update where I'm at. So I spent the morning correcting and uploading the YouTube video. That's good now. That's all ready to go for the rest of the week. And I've just finished up the 3rd island here on this world. So that's all of the radius levels done here, along with the milestone. So here's the milestone here. So obviously bigger levels, and as you can see, it's just got radiuses and lines. There's no other mechanics in here yet. So yeah, I'm going to start introducing the cones. So we need to think of tutorials for those, and we'll see how we're going from there.
Yeah, so it's a little bit later. Made some great progress on this though. It's actually looking nice now. Really nice smooth edges. I'm happy. I'm happy. It'll do. It'll do. Yeah, it's looking tons better. Yeah, it's good. Until he breaks it, that is. Okay, so now that the highlighter is working, I've gone and I've been working on basically just some bug fixes that people have been reporting. Most of it's just been small stuff, so just things like you couldn't scroll down in the settings menu, things like that. A few typos that needed fixing as well. Very, very, very minor stuff, thankfully. Yeah, so I've just been doing that, and then I've been typing up some patch notes as well for it for version 1.7. I've done a good job with the highlighter today, so I'm gonna head off a little bit early. I'll probably do some level testing when I get back, because with the new mechanic, we want to make sure that every level is possible. So we're gonna have to test this entire world quite thoroughly. So just until we can trust the auto tester again. Lee, it's Wednesday.
Music Wednesday.
Yeah. Get ready already.
Yeah, not ready. There you go. Yeah, just sort of stand up about what we're doing today. Obviously, it is the release week for Mythology, so I'm going to get the achievements ready, get them out.
For Clone Pixels, yeah.
Yeah, for Clone Pixels for the Mythology group. And most of it's done, just in case uploading on Steam, so it shouldn't take too long. And then once that's done, just back on level designing again, get some more levels done. Should be it for my day.
Good stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to be. I did some bit of testing for the levels you've been doing for this DLC last night, and I found a few instances where there were like lots of zeros lined up, which is quite boring. So I'm going to add a quick validator rule. Oh, there's a little sneak peek. I'm adding a validator rule to basically check for if there's like 5 or 6 zeros in a row to like throw a warning or throw an error or something like that, just so we keep the levels as interesting as possible. Other than that, I think Switch. I don't know. I did a lot of bug fixing and stuff yesterday, didn't I, for the builds? So yeah, I'm trying to think. There's probably something I need to do, but if not, Switch. Okay, so I've quickly added this validator rule to check for consecutive 0 tiles. They spewed out a bunch of data. This is just testing the newest world. I think this rule is only going to be in place for this world and all the following worlds. We're not going to go back and change the content we've already got. It's too big of a task, and we haven't had any complaints, so why not? don't want to break anything if it's all fine. But anyway, so we made it spew out all this data. I put it into Excel quickly just to see where we're at, and we've just been trying to draw a line of where we want it to throw up an error saying this is too many zeros. We think we're going to drop it about 7 or 8 tiles around this area. So if the validator detects that there are 8 zeros, 8 zero tiles next to each other, then it'll throw up an error saying that's wrong. So all of these cases where we've got longer than that, we should go back and fix, really, I think.
It's just past 11 o'clock and I've just finished all the achievements, all uploaded to Steam. I've opened them in game, seem to be working fine. So that's good. I might need to double check that they're in the correct order, just because one of them did pop a bit late. But yeah, now it's just a case of going on to hexceed again and getting some more of these levels done. Yeah, it's getting up to 6 o'clock and I'm getting ready to leave. You see here, I've made quite a lot of progress on the world overall. Still a section to fill in here, that was in case we had any tutorials that were missed out, but looks like we're just going to be filling it with a small, simple level. But otherwise, very close to finishing. We've got 20 or so levels left to do, give or take, and obviously the finale. It's very promising, and hopefully get this done by the end of the week. Morning, Rob.
Morning, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Just had a stand up.
Correct.
What are you doing, Rob?
Yeah, so yesterday afternoon I started looking at Switch stuff again, trying to sort of remember where I left off. Well, I think we're close, apart from like the whole stock page stuff. So what I'm going to focus on today is trying to finish off the controller UI support stuff. So I think when I left off, it was just like a red box floating around over like the selected item. So I had to swap that out with a proper asset and just double check everything is working. I think that's the goal anyway today.
Very good.
What are you doing?
Yeah, all level design stuff. So there's about 30 levels left to do. We're going to start on that already. But there's also quite a few levels to fix from Rob's validator that identified a few problems. So I'm going to go through, fix those as well, just so we can get back on the testing as well. But yeah, it's all levels, all day.
Good stuff, Lee. Good stuff.
Woo!
Okay, so I'm back on the Switch now. So where I left off when I was doing the Switch stuff last time was I made this red box appear in all of the UI elements that you have like currently selected. So what I've just been doing this morning is adding a bit of these little box line selector. What am I saying? Yeah, so I've just added this little bit of art going around it. So I'm going to remove the red box now and just have these little corner selection things around the outside. And if you go for the other UI elements as well, it scales down properly. So you can still see you selecting it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It matches up pretty closely to what the level selecting tool is as well. So instead of it being like a hexagon, it's just a square. There's a few changes that I need to make, so obviously it's still there when it shouldn't be. But yeah, it's looking alright.
Yeah, it's just after lunch now, and I've gone through all of the levels that was highlighted with issues in terms of strings of zeros, and I've cracked all them. They're all working, and there's no strings on the ones I went through. So that's all done now, and we're going to go back to making all the new levels, so we can finish up the world.
Okay, so I've been making some more progress on this. So you might notice that the settings button's now missing from here as well. So this little window just moves to the right whenever that doesn't exist. That's just because you can press the plus button to get to settings menu. But yeah, this UI selection stuff seems to be going well. It locks onto everything. You can actually scroll down now as well, so it sort of like locks onto whatever you've got selected, and like the scroll will actually keep up with that, which is great. If you switch between tabs, like I have been doing there, it actually selects which tab you're going to, so it stops that little hangover thing that we were getting. I've also managed to get it working for these DLC panels as well, that show the little promotion. Yeah, so you can select those if you want to. At the moment, these buttons don't actually do anything. I need to work out that, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, so there's some smaller tasks today, because it is the mythology book release date. So we'll be doing a competition later on, along with putting the YouTube video out. Just again, small tasks, shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, I've got to press the button for that later as well.
Yeah,
8 o'clock.
But other than that, it's just going to be more level building. There's only 15 left. Sorry, I can get it done.
15?
And the finale level, which takes some time, but
Yeah.
15 plus finale. I reckon we'll get an idea if nothing goes wrong.
Oh, exciting. Yes, as for me, there was a big bug that you found yesterday. Basically, the rotating tiles, there's like a little asset
Yeah, it's lost UI.
Yeah, that shows you it's a rotating tile. That's missing, so I need to fix that quickly. But other than that, more Switch stuff. Getting there. I think it's just a couple of small things. So the controls menu needs doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the moment it's got like left click, right click, which obviously isn't applicable to Switch. So I need to fix that. I need to look at Peggy ratings as well. I got an email back from them today. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing late, to be honest. It's just finishing off. There's like 1,000 small things to do.
Yeah, it's nearly 3:30 now. Had my lunch. Yes, most of the day's been making these levels, as you can see. Finally got up to date with them all. Gonna be all of that to get the gradient looking quite nice. But yeah, only one level left, and that's the finale. So let's get it done, and the DLC will be pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, so the stuff I've mainly been doing today is to do with the Switch store, Nintendo eShop, I think it's called. Mainly just been trying to sort that out, so sorting out like the assets, actually working out how to do everything. We managed to get the We managed to get the ratings sorted out. So like the Peggy ratings and various other standards. That's all sorted out now, thankfully, because we're just delivering the game online. There's no actual like physical copy. We could just do like a self-rating questionnaire and it was free, which is good. And then I believe that one of the agencies will test the game at some point in the future once the game's out. But yeah, that's all sorted now. It's a huge weight off my back, which is great. I've also just been trying to sort out this store page stuff, the DLC. So I've been looking at how DLCs work. By the looks of it, we should be able to have a DLC for every world, just like we've got for Steam, and then have a bundle that sort of ties it all together. So hopefully we'll be able to get the exact same like business model as we've got on Steam at the moment. I've just been honestly just trying to get this to work, so when you actually press like the 1 year pass, it'll pop up with the actual like store page for the 1 year pass. We don't actually have it yet, we haven't created it, but it's just been an absolute nightmare to even get this far, just to get this pop-up. It's been a nightmare, spent most of the day on that. But yeah, and I can't actually test it because our network doesn't, like the network we've got at the office, doesn't let the Switch connect to the internet properly. So I think I'm actually gonna have to take this home and test it at home to make sure it's all okay. So that's fine, I've got it up my screen. But yeah, they've got a big tournament on at the moment, so I've just been watching that. Anyway, what are we doing? Friday. It's Friday, weekend.
Yeah.
What have you done this week? A lot
of watching this tournament. I'll leave it up to strategy. But for the most part, it's just been level building. To finally finish up the world, fleshed out with a bunch of levels. And that's been the majority of the work. That's been a little bit of mythology book stuff. Mini game achievement done, you saw. That's coming out tonight. But on that, yeah, just really good progress on hexceed DLC.
Good stuff. Yeah, for my week, I actually managed to get the new mechanic for that DLC working properly. The auto tester's working well now, I think.
Yeah. There's
question mark.
really well out there, so yeah, good.
Yeah, there's a few edit improvements as well to make it easier for you to make levels. Yeah, other than that, we're back on Switch now.
Yeah.
Switch development stuff, so
yeah,
soon.
Got a Peggy rating.
Yeah, got Peggy rating sorted. Thank goodness, it's over. And it didn't cost us hundreds of pounds. Nervous sigh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so make sure you check out the DLC. What's it called? I've forgotten.
Mythology.
I barely touched it, so.
Mythology. Pixels coming out today for us, which last week for you guys. Check that out.
Thanks to the Patreons.
Yeah. Discord competition went off today. So
Oh yeah.
I'm taking part in that. I was about to there'll be another one soon.
Yeah.
Check out merch. Got some stuff on the store page. I mean, the shirt's not available yet. It might be next week, but it's not right now. If that's arrived, that'll be on the store page. If not, just look at other stuff available. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. If you got this far in the video, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.